Never try to be better than someone else. Always learn from others. And never cease trying to be the best you could be. That's under your control.
Anybody can be a coach, and a good coach can coach anything.
This kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
The mindset of a coach can belong to anyone.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Pain is temporary.
They ask me why I teach, and I reply, where could I find such splendid company?
Hey guys, and welcome to the 13th episode of the Coaching Mindset Podcast. I'm Liam O'Neill.
And I'm Gary Wallace. And today we have another guest in Shane Mullan. But before we get Shane, who's going to share some wonderful stories, I firstly just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for our last podcast. The response has been great. And if you didn't get a chance, it was kind of my story about living with depression and dealing with it, and myself and Liam talked about it in ways maybe to overcome that. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to that, please listen to that and keep the comments coming. One smaller thing I'm going to hog here. I just want to say congratulations to my baby sister, who Tracy, and her husband Marty, who just had a baby boy.
Hooray!
So no name, no nothing yet, just 9-11. So people always ask that question, what weight is it? I was like, is that heavy or big? I don't know. But anyway, congratulations to them. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hand it over to Shane. So Shane, would you like to introduce yourself to our wonderful listeners?
Hi, I'm Shane Mullan of the Muck Hogs. I'm currently off Xplore 54, a new running event I've started up myself. So,
What is the Muck Hogs for people that don't know what?
it's a running group I started a few years ago. It's about getting out there in the glens and the trails and stuff like that. I want to come away from a road,
Is that why you call it Muck Hogs? Because you run in muck?
Well spotted, Liam.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, Shane, what actually got you into, you mentioned there about getting off the roads and doing like trail runs? Is it something that you've done before, or how did you get into
I ran years ago when I was at school, and I wanted to get back into that. I wanted to come away from the whole drinking and partying scene, and I wanted to challenge myself, and I thought running was the best way to go with that.
Very good.
It was no gym, it was cheap and easy to get into.
And did you find that your lifestyle, you needed to make a change just, or were you
you can only live for the weekend for so long.
Yeah.
It's getting to that age, like, so 20 something, and I just thought I needed to change, like, so I seen a challenge to go to Norway for charity, Mencap. I signed up for that, but I needed a certain level of fitness, and so I started running and helped.
You told us where you saw the challenge, but obviously
On a bus stop with the big advertisement things, you see the cinema posters.
Yeah.
1 a.m.
I think that's good to point out, because a lot of people think that it has to be something dramatic, but just walking past them and thinking, geez, I could try that. What was the challenge? Just explain a wee bit about what was it first of all, and then
I was actually walking home from a party to be honest.
Yes, like it.
Right. And I seen this, it was a husky challenge. So you had to take a team of husky dogs for 6 days in Norway. And I thought, I took the number down and got home and signed up to it that week. That was it. More or less.
And what did it consist of then? Obviously you had to have a certain level of fitness to be able to do that. Did you train for it, or how did you?
I was overweight. At that stage I was about 18 stone or so. So I had to drop a bit of weight, and they told me I had to have a certain level of fitness, because dogs do be pulling you, but you have to get off every so often as well. If there's any slope at all, you had to get off the dog.
So was there a reason that you kind of, because I know you said before about partying, was that the reason that you wanted to do this? Did you think, right, this is the time to do something?
It was in my head, it was time to get out of that, and then that was just, I seen that one day, and that was it.
Right. I think it's good too, the fact that you just didn't start off with, right, I'm going to run a 5k, or I'm going to sign up to this free membership for a month in the gym. It's like, I'm going to Norway and I'm going to try and see, can I survive 6 days with huskies?
Yeah.
So I think that's something that part of our podcast is trying to get out and inspire people. So would you say that all these trials and everything, with the likes of the Muck Hogs and this Xplore 54, is it something for anybody, every fitness level, or what would you say?
I have no fitness level, so if I can do it, like, anyone can get into that, So
Do you think that helps your experience? And you had no fitness level. So like when you do the Muck Hogs, obviously people don't. You don't just make them run like 10k the first night. Well, you might. I don't know.
No, I can relate to people that has no fitness level because I've been there not that long ago. So I can start them off the way I started off and build them up that way, you know. So.
And do you think with people, obviously you just don't teach people how to run, but you try to work on their own personal development as well, so that you can teach them. Like you were able to go and do the husky thing, so that if people can do that, then they can come out and do the first night of running with you or whatever. It doesn't have to, like you're saying, you started with no level of fitness and went to an extreme, like whereas anybody listening could come out and join you. Is that, are you open?
Yeah, we take beginners, so everyone comes out with a different goal, maybe a 5k or an ultra, as you were saying.
Yeah.
So
guys, start doing ultra.
I'm going to do an ultra.
I take different groups, different nights, depending on each level, you know. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So some people's goals aren't set high enough. They think it is, and I usually set it for them, and they'd be surprised what they can do, like in no time. Like
you might have seen people do that, then come out thinking that they're only going to be able to do like 3k.
Yeah, there was a girl recently came out. Her goal was 5k, and that was 4 weeks ago. She's at 10 mile now. Like, she was just stronger than she thought. Like, but being out with a group helped her.
I suppose if you didn't know, that's why you should go to people like yourselves and people like us. That if you don't know, then you could make your goal be like a kilometre. Whenever it turns out, like most people don't even know what a kilometre is. How far is a kilometre? Is that more than a mile? Where am I? How does that work?
Because we were speaking beforehand, and I was saying, you were saying, oh, I went and did the husky thing, or I skipped the marathon and just went and did an ultra marathon.
Yeah.
Like I said, not being cocky or anything, like I think I could do a marathon. I know I could do a marathon. Now I'm not going to go and smash any time, but why not push myself to a wee bit harder? Yeah, go for an ultra. And I think that's the thing with what you're trying to do, and I think that's brilliant, is that you're getting people out of their comfort zone. You're taking them up forest, you're taking them in muck. And it's that sense of, I think I read it recently too, like we live for pain. You know, we live for that sense of during it. This is why all this all them hell for mud, what do you call them bad boys?
What do you call mud runs?
The mud runs and all that. You know, they're all designed that during it. Hell and back, like it is, you're in hell. but after people are just like, once they've completed it, they're like, I can do this again. So I can, like, I want to do this during it. They're like, no, this is just yeah. So I think what you were trying to do is take people out of that comfort zone. During it, go, oh my god, push through it, and at the end of it, go, I'm actually stronger than
that way. I think it is.
Yeah.
We set a challenge last year, and it was up and down Pigeon top, and most of them cried the whole way through it. But then when we finished it, it was a bigger reward. So now they all want to do it again.
Very good. And
can we go back, because you skipped over it? You went from a half marathon, and then most people will go to a marathon next. You didn't do that?
No, I was doing I'd done a few halves and then done the road, and I wasn't really feeling the road runs, so I done the halves on the trails. And then a guy from who I started great running with, Declan Faulkner, he talked me into doing the ultra. So I went down the ultra down in the Causeway Coast. It was 50k. So
it's not a normal ultra, then it's not a road ultra.
No, it's along the coast, like, so around the Giant's Causeway and beach and all that stuff, through fields and all.
Yeah, just like that. We point that out because, like, you're going for, again, you didn't just jump for extra miles. Like, how many miles is a marathon?
26.2.
So then you didn't just go from, like, skip onto that and do an ultra. You went to an ultra halfway up a mountain, running over beaches and climbing over stuff. So again, it goes back to the start. We started working on mindset training before you went to do another big.
That was flying ice in Iceland. It was a 250k self-sufficient run.
When you say self-sufficient, what do you mean?
You have to carry all your food and clothes for the week.
On your back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
The only thing they carried, they took your tent for you. So you carried the rest, and it was through volcanoes and stuff. Not active ones, but...
when you say carry your food too, you're using the word food loosely, because I seen videos of the shit that you were eating, and it looked like...
They give us this stuff that came in a foil pack, and you added water to it. and it was lovely. It was like porridge, powdered stuff.
It looked horrible.
Not too many liked it, which benefited me because I was able to eat theirs as well as mine. Helped a lot. It's high calorie food, like.
Yeah, which again is important when you're doing ultra stuff or endurance stuff. You need to keep your calories up. And from us talking in the past, like, and from doing a couple other events with you, some people whinge about not being able to eat, but because they're not eating, they're not going to survive as long as.
No, the ones that weren't eating, the cold affected them and all. End up with hypothermia and stuff like that. So I'm lucky enough I can eat anything. But
so that was after you'd done your Norway challenge, you'd done your ultra marathon, and then you went to, this was your next, the thing in Iceland.
Well, I've done a lot in between that. As I said, I worked
that was when we started working, but
I done the last one standing and stuff like that, and there are trail runs where you just keep going till you can't. I've done double and triple marathons and stuff, full trail, and back to back, and done the quadrathon. The quadrathon was my first multi-day event. It was 4 marathons in 4 days. And as I explained to you, Liam, before, I tore my knee on the second day of it. And then I was told to pull out, but didn't. And I thought it would beat me a wee bit because I had to walk for 2 days. So that's why I signed up to Norway or Iceland to kind of redeem myself.
Like, and that was all you. That was you. Like you.
Yeah, I thought I failed because I wasn't able to run at all. But then
you still completed it, but
I had tore a wee bit of.
And would you say the fact that right at this stage too, you weren't crazy and too much into the training, you weren't that heavy in it? Was it more so the fact of going to Liam that mindset stuff kind of took you to that next level? Do you think it was?
Well, I was doing that stuff, but then I went to you because I knew I was doing multi-day stuff, and after running it, I had bother sleeping. Wasn't that the first thing I came to do?
Yeah.
So I knew that if I'm doing 5 days, 6 days in a row, I need me sleep. So that's why I started working.
And that's where we started. I think it was initially teaching you how to understand how your body worked, so your mind could switch off. Like we did that then, where you were just able to switch off all the time. And one of the other runs I was talking to you about superheroes. I remember one of the other Muck Hogs saying to me, everyone was being very serious, talking to you about how you look a mess. Like, what film was that? That last one standing. Like, at one point you just looked knackered and everyone's chatting, oh geez, you look bad and everything. And then I started chatting to you about the new Captain America movie.
Yeah.
And then when I sent them back out and they went running, one of the girls came over and goes, you need to get him focused. Hey, he's chatting about other stuff. And I was like, he's sort of pointing out all this pain and everything. I told him that Captain America was actually coming out soon, and he was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, right, hurry up, we'll chat to you when you get back.
And then that lasted another 5 hours. Because I was going to pull out at 12, and then chatting to you, then I lasted 17 hours.
Alright, and was this one at McCrory or in
Castle Ward? It's on yesterday. There's still boys running. They're on their 36th.
Or Winterfeld for the super geeks. That's what Winterfeld is. So.
Oh wow! And you that was just constant running, wasn't it? You had to do a certain time.
Yeah, you do a lap, and you start on the hour every hour until you can't. So. And
how many hours did you run for in that?
17.
17 hours.
I think I should have got a medal because I stood out for like 14 hours, and at one point I was just by myself waiting for him to come back. And one time I'll tell a story, and not that you'll care, but you can't stop me, so it doesn't matter.
It's my podcast.
He came in like a strappy child one time, threw his shoes off and everything. I just sat down.
And then now trying
sat down in the middle of the road. No, I'm done. I said I'm done.
What did you do then, Liam? How did you turn that around? The magic of Liam.
What was it? That was like it was 12 o'clock at night.
I was wearing ankle supports. That's right. And my feet had swollen a wee bit, so they were. And then he had to take them off me, and then put the shoes back on. I was putting the shoes back on, saying, "I know nothing about running, really." And I was like, "It's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock's the time people will quit. If you run once more." Like, loads of people have quit. Nobody fucking quit at 12 o'clock. So I stuck the shoes on. It was a 50-mile marker, actually. So every time he was out, then I was asking the organisers, what run are we on now? Or how many miles is it to something significant? So then you'd come out and I'd be like,
Jesus, nearly 100 kilometers. People are going to give up. I can see it. And then he's like, right, I'll do more. And then go on, and we just kept looping it that way. But that was when was that? Like a year ago.
A year ago,
why did you do that? Like that was always my thought. The whole day I stood there for about 14 hours, and at one point there was nobody left except the runners, me, and 2 organisers. And I was just feeding you soup and all here like that. Why?
I enjoy that.
How do you like? Because most people listening would think that would be a nightmare to a lot of people. Just what was it? What is it? Do you think that?
I just think it's testing. I'm not a fast runner like boys around the town and stuff. 'Cause I'm not built for that.
For anyone that's just watching, it's going to sound well bad, but he doesn't. You wouldn't. If anyone, you'd probably guess I was a runner. For the both of us, like he does not look like a runner,
So
and I've seen it at events. Like
I like that endurance stuff, because speed's not that quick, like. But so I just like that that stuff. As you said before, the harder something is, the more rewarding is it at the end. Like.
Yeah,
and we do like pain.
I know, but it is, and it comes back to that whole mindset. Like again, people can look at you and go, "You shouldn't be running." You know, you're too big, you're too muscly. You know, but you're like muscly. No, this is what I'm going to do. I would say muscly, but you know, it is that, and it comes back to we keep repeating this. Anybody, you can do anything if you have a passion. You know, even that simple ways, because you love doing it. Like you actually love doing those events.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. If somebody came to you and says, God, you know what, I actually, even if they tried what you're doing with one of your events, going, I love that. And go, well, look, here's what I did.
Yeah.
Here's where I started. You can do that. Like that's, to me, that's inspiring. I think, but even when you're talking about your stuff, you're very modest and you're very like, oh yeah, I just went to Iceland and I ran around here. I just ran solid for 17 hours. But you can see just by talking, you know, it's because you actually enjoy that. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter what shape, size, or how fit. I think that's very inspiring. So even come along to one of your events, you think that'll help other people then do stuff? Yeah,
because I loved it so much is probably why I started the Muck Hogs, to get people into. Again, that's why I'm starting the event as well. I want to bring that stuff to Omagh. There is a lot of road running about, like, so I want to bring in that kind of trail, tough, long.
And what's how long is that? And what makes your events? Why are they so different to like the Omagh Half Marathon or the 5K, 10Ks?
Well, I'm doing a road run first this Sunday on the 25th. It's just a normal 10K. Then after that, we're starting to go down stuff like Baronscourt and Bessie Bell, stuff a bit more challenging. You're not going to get a PB now. Yeah. So you have to go through muck and streams and stuff like that, just a wee bit more.
And why? What was the appeal to you again? Like, you know, why would somebody do that? Say if somebody is keen mad in their 5Ks, 10Ks, what would you say to them? Say, come on, try this. Why should they go and try that? What are you going to get from it or feel from it?
I don't know, just come in from a mucky run, cold, wet, wrecked.
You're really selling it here. Yeah. No, but yeah.
People that do trail runs, they'll understand. And I think people that do road runs should try the trail runs as well. There's nothing wrong with road runs.
Yeah. But, I think I've been around a lot of your events and stuff recently. And even the people that you chat to that do the roads, whenever they do trails, if you do 5K through a trail and mud and climbing over stuff, whenever then you get to just run on a road, you're going to increase. You like if you are going for a better time, you're going to be better because there's no mud.
I'd make you a bit stronger. I see a lot of the road runners are training and off road, and you'll probably see them down around the glens and stuff as well.
Yeah, but I know because we were saying that we with the football team with Kilclar, we were out this morning in Knockmany, and for me, I would take a forest run or a road run anytime. But first of all, you're outside. No, but just that's for me. Like, you know, road running's so exciting. Like I have a wee loop that I would do around my house. That's perfect. I go. It's 20 minutes. It's out the road. I don't have to go anywhere. But now and again, take that 15-minute drive. You know, if you're living in Omagh, go out to the Gortin Glens. Knockmany, I'd never actually been until this year. It was brilliant. Really good. And it's that fact that you're outdoors. You know, you've loads of wee different trails and paths, and you were talking about that. You know, people might think they know the Gortin Glens, but if they go out with you, they definitely go, oh wow, I never knew this.
Yeah, I've been on the Gortin Glens now for 6 years, like, and we always try and find our own path, same way the mountain bikers would. So it's something different, and everyone's not too far from trails. Like no matter in Ireland, like there's trails somewhere.
That's it, and I think I would be a big fan of it too. I would just say people just get up and try it.
Do some,
You know, try something different. I always said too, whenever we're out running the roads, you know, you're getting all these cars coming past, you're getting everything. You're not actually getting away from it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you'll know yourself, if you're running around the trail and you just get lost as such, but you can actually go and go, wow, this is actually.
A lot of people run to switch off their mind, like.
Yeah.
Just to be an overly health person, like if you run in the trails, you're getting nature and fresh air. You run breathing in fumes from a car. I don't run at all, so I can say whatever I want to.
Yeah.
But if you're running in nature, you're getting fresh air and you're getting to see a bit different instead of running in a road and cars. Whenever any of the trail runs I've been with you at, apart from the mental ones where you run for 70 hours and everyone's getting light. As a non-runner, I would notice a lot of people running roads and stuff on 10Ks and things. They don't look delighted. Like they don't look like they're delighted.
You've been with me in a big trail run.
Aye.
You've been with me when I done a big road run, and
That's what I was going to say. Like whenever people are running the road, they don't look delighted. But you meet someone covered in mud, head to toe, they are loving life, like they're running through. I think
that's not my skin as well.
You start your own spa.
I think as someone that does a lot with the mind and stuff, well, people are conscious when they're running the road. They're conscious how you look. They're conscious of people watching them. Starts the same when you go on a trail, but once you fall in your first bit of mud, you know you look ridiculous. You don't have to worry about looking ridiculous anymore. But just whenever you brought that up, like we did, even whenever you were doing the last one standing, you were still happy enough, even 17 hours, and it didn't take a while out of convincing to get you to go and do something. But even by the time I met you doing the road run,
I had only done 30 mile.
Only?
So
only done 30 mile.
Only 30 mile.
But I was fed up by.
You were scundered already before we started.
And I had another 60.
Aye.
So it was a long day.
Even for me, I was driving around for 18 hours at 2 mile an hour beside you.
I'm faster than that, man.
The funny bit about that is that whenever he was doing that trail, he had a wee thing you could keep an eye on him, a wee app, and he's wearing what was just like a wee tracker to make sure he's doing all right.
It would make sure you weren't going off course or cheating. And I kept it in my bag, and I gave it to Liam one time. I took my bag off for a rest, and I put it in his car. And then they were tracking me, and he was driving up the road.
I was very bored at this stage, and the road was massive and clear, and it was like stupid o'clock in the day, so it was fine. So I drove for about because I was meeting you every 2 mile or so I drove about 5 mile up the road to turn around and come back, but I drove at least 90 mile an hour.
70 mile there now.
So, yeah.
It's a figure of speech.
Okay.
I was down south, so it doesn't matter. Kilometers, and then I was sitting and I was like, I must check to see. And then I drove back to the 2 mile mark and I thought, I must check him. And I was like, Jesus, how does he do it? Like, he was right beside me. Then I caught on that I had stole his thing and it went flat. So I had to go back and give it back to him and then go and drive to the owners and tell them.
I wasn't cheating.
Shane didn't just take off at 70 miles an hour there all of a sudden.
He didn't literally take the superhero thing like the hard and just turned like, woo!
But even that, like like how did you get through? How was that like?
Well, it was boring this run I've done a long time. And it was long. And then I did hurt myself, so I tripped on a cat's eye.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, he tripped on a cat's eye and went from running relatively well to...
After that 10, I was about 80 mile in. And then last 10 mile were just too much.
But then you were able to pick yourself up, and I suppose is that bit of fight and all in you that you were able to say, well I'm going to go to the next one.
He ran, he'd hurt himself at 2 o'clock and we knew it was an injury that's...
Tore me. You think me hip,
So he should have stopped. 8:30 in the morning. Like he gave up. So 6.5 hours later, I decided, and that was only. Normally, I'm very nice, and I'll say to him like, if you feel you can do whatever, go on. But
get into the car.
Basically, was just get in the car. We're going home because
10 mile left.
I think again I should get a medal for that because endurance. I did 18 hours driving.
Well done, Liam. Well done, Liam.
In a
I
car.
think you were looking a lot more credit than this.
I'm telling you, I should be getting more. It should be a thing. Then I had to go home and go to a wedding. I
Support crew, yeah.
drove home. I had my mate's wedding, George. I drove home in a shower and just landed like a zombie to this wedding. Like, alright.
Are you though? You mentioned too well before. I think it was at Iceland as well. You did the fire and ice.
Yeah.
What? Explain what was that about again?
Fire and Ice was it's a 5-day, 250 kilometer. They drop you up at the top of Iceland, and you make your way down around the old. Remember the volcano went off 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Oh yes, it was stopped the whole area. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually ran along it.
All right.
And you have so many miles to do each day, up to 40 miles or something, carrying your bag. So.
And then you did you do something like that where you said everybody was starting for hypothermia, but you were roasting?
Fourth day in, there was a lot dropped out. There was 69 of us started, but in the fourth day was 40 miler, but your clothes were wet and there was river crossings and stuff. And those people, I never seen them with hypothermia before. And they were just being all took out. And I landed in and I was fine. I remember the doctor saying, go and put clothes on you. And she wasn't that polite.
Yeah.
And she says, there's one's with hypothermia. And I says, I'm fine. She's like, how are you fine? I go, I'm not 9 stone, that's right. And I was eating my food as well, like, so them not eating their food benefited me, but not them.
And them. So even when you are doing these things, even though they are extreme, you still have to
eat.
You still have to eat. You still have to repair, right? You still obviously have to do.
Iceland was one of the best things I've done. I enjoyed it. Like, it was.
How did you feel after? Like after you completed it, what emotions or what did you feel once you completed it?
Grand.
Grand.
Sorry.
That's an inside joke. Whenever we were working at the start, the mindset thing, I was like, right, we need to, like, we do like a timeline thing and takes you to the end, what you've achieved. And I was like I was doing, I think about how you'd feel and imagine you did this and blah, 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 blah. How would you feel? Grand. Like, right, we'll work with grand.
Grand's my...
Like, I work with Americans and grand to American would be nothing. Whereas, like, grand to Irish, how you feeling? You could be feeling amazing. How was that? Oh, it's grand, aye.
Okay.
Like, you just won the world championship of Tiddlywinks. Aye, grand job. You know, so we worked on that. But one of the main things I wanted to get through to Shane was to enjoy it, look around. You're going to be in Iceland.
Well, I said I done a lot and looking around me, and a lot of the runners would have kept their head down. I was taking photographs and throughout the whole, because I remember the American boys said that Irish boys giving me the shit, because I kept passing them and then taking photographs, and then they would pass me and head down, and I'd pass them again and take photographs. And he goes, that Irish boy's just pissing me off. And then at the end of the whole trip, they all contacted me because I was the only one taking photographs.
They all wanted the photos, and you're like,
yeah. So they took a few each, even themselves, and then they used my album. So my album photographs was shared out between 50 people.
I think that's the thing too. We were talking about doing an ultramarathon or doing a marathon. I'd love to go away somewhere and just do it.
There's so many lovely runs like out there.
Just to get that, and like there's. You know, me and my mates now, we're doing a bit of hiking. We're actually doing a challenge now coming up on 23rd of June of the Mourns. I think it's like 7 peaks. And it's just the fact, well, it's at our doorstep for one, so we can go and do it. But just to go and see that, like we've done Mount Errigal, we've done a few others, but even having those places at your doorstep, we did it when the snow was there.
No.
Unbelievable. You know, just to take that in. And it was funny. I took Josh was the day, and we were walking up the hill, and he turns around like he's 8, and he goes, "Why are we actually doing this?" And I go, "Well," but actually, when you get to the top, and he's looking around, he looks around, he goes, "Wow, look at that!" Yeah. And it's that sense I think whenever you're doing things like that, of getting to that point, even if it is something like climbing a mountain, that you go, right, I've done this. Yeah, I've done this. This is it, and this is what I get to see, or this is what I get to take in. And for you to come around and that volcano where it was disrupting all areas. Yeah, I ran past that, so you're like, what?
That's why I bought a drone.
Yeah.
So in my car.
I too.
That's amazing. Well done. These are class.
So that's good. I think we're near coming to the end of the podcast. Do you want to just say first of all your events that are coming up, and where's the best thing people can get more info on them?
If you look on Facebook, it's Xplore 54 run events. The first one is
Up here.
the first one's a road run actually on this Saturday. Then after that, they're all trails. Baronscourt, Bessie Bell. It's going to be a marathon as well. Then after that, we have a lot more lined up. Like.
Very good. And where's the one? Sorry, this Saturday. Where's it?
Correction, Sunday.
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 Did I say Saturday?
Yeah, this is Saturday. I said Saturday because he said Saturday. But sorry, so Sunday.
You turn on Saturday. This Sunday at Fit for Life. So it starts and finishes there.
That's like the Dromore Road then. The
Gortin
Road. Good. Saturday, Sunday, Gortin Dromore. So out the Gortin Road, Fit for Life. And
it's just starting off with 10Ks. And my first few runs are 10Ks. But my goal is throughout the year they're going to get longer up to the distance that I want everybody doing this.
With you doing this 10K, we talked about this whenever you were setting up the company. Your goal with this was you've been to loads of different events, was to put on a run where you think all the good stuff from the events that you've been doing and stuff. So
I've been to loads of good events and loads of terrible events. Like
your run's getting like things like not just a medal, but
it's an official run. I register with NI Athletics, and there's a medal. We got them custom made medals. You get a T-shirt and food and soup and everything afterwards.
You get a buff?
No, that's the next
I
trail
love
runs.
Buff. People love a buff. You ever see a buff? I
The
haven't clue either what they were.
the headscarf.
The trail runners love the buff.
All right.
It's like if
Buff
you're
over
going to
a
rob a
t-shirt.
train.
All right.
wear a
Yes.
buff.
We're handing out buffs at the trail runs.
Nice.
Keep them for the trail.
And that's the whole point, because to add as well too, I think through this whole podcast, it's just that Shane, he's been very modest what he's done, because when all the stuff that you've done a lot of work for charity. You've raised a lot of money for
the
charity.
last few years I done work for Mencap. That's what the Norway was, and then last year we done all that stuff for Cash for Kids. I done the Iceland challenge for Cash for Kids, and then we done a marathon last year as well in Omagh there. So I was up and down Pigeon top.
Bird Hill.
Bird Hill.
This
The
is-
Southern
this is-
School.
For the southern listeners.
So yeah, I've done a lot of charity work as well.
That's good. And like these events, and because we talk about it a lot, like you're now out your own, you're self-employed, you're working on this, but you're running these events. It's your passion, and it can be turned into a bit of a business. But you want to run, like you said, you want to run these events not just to make a quick buck. You want to run them well.
Yeah.
You want to get that community behind you. People at Omagh to support you. People are all around as well.
Yeah.
Because it is going to be well run. You've had the experience, and it's definitely something people should go and support.
Bringing them types of runs to Omagh, like if we had been doing that, any of them runs, like whenever you did the loop, last one standing, imagine if you had finished it and then 10 minutes later you were at home instead of 2.5 hours driving on these terrible roads.
There's so much around here as well, but like Baronscourt's 10 minutes over the road, Gortin Glens is 10 minutes down the road, so hopefully it's going to go well.
Oh, that's what I think. I think it'll go well because you're passionate about what you're doing, but also you're not just someone that thought, God, they're missing running here. I should come up with that. You know what it takes to organise a run. You've done a lot of runs for charities and schools and whatever, and people that have come to you for advice on setting up their runs. So because you do that, you understand what needs to be done, and like again, just having a good medal. I never knew anything about medal. I didn't think
it's all about the bling nowadays.
And Josh now, he loves 5Ks. And if he's like, guys, he was reading the paper later, and he goes, "You didn't tell me there's a 5K on for the Christian Brothers." It's like, sorry. He's like, yeah. Did they have medals? It's like, that's all he wants to do now. Like, so he just wants medals. But again, you already know that. So you're giving people a medal, and that's a small thing.
We got them made, so they're custom to each event. Like,
yes,
because people do not want the same medal.
No.
That's what I've learned doing this as well. You don't want a medal that looks like the same medal.
it's last year, or then we 20p medals don't cut it anymore.
That needs to be something cool.
Very good. Is there anywhere else where's the best place for people to get in contact with you? Facebook or
Facebook.
Facebook.
Xplore 54 or the Muck Hogs page.
And you also do as well too about a personal training. You're fit for life now. You're working
I
out
just
there.
started there this year. So
So if they look up Castra, Shane Mullan and Castra Fitness and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, good.
We'll link everything as usual because we actually do that now.
Yeah, we're doing that. But yeah, so I think that should do it. Do you have anything else you want to fill in?
Have you any advice for anyone who was thinking about starting out running? What?
Do it.
Aye. That's what I figured your advice would be, but just...
I know if you put it off for too long, you start self-doubt. That's what I kind of was like at the start. But once you get out there, get on with it.
Good. Nice.
Cool.
So,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Shane.
Cheers.
Guys, just a little reminder then, this podcast it'll be out and you'll be listening to it. We release it every Thursday at 6 o'clock. Don't forget to like or go on iTunes if you're listening and subscribe to us, and also then write us a review, because we want local people to get on. We're a few other guests coming on too, and we're here to help and inspire people, and we want to get that word out. We're also on YouTube. So we're live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube. Our beautiful faces.
Yeah. So we're on YouTube as well. You can check out our channel, the Coaching Mindset Podcast, and we'll be together. So that's bye from me.
And bye from me.